going on, everybody? It's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar, and welcome to a beat breakdown video. First of a very long series. I did I do this on my old channel, but that one I by request, you know what I mean? So I break down the rhythm called Evil Cabbi, and now break down both the photo, the artwork, what you see on the screen right now, as well as the rhythm. So you know what I mean? I don't really waste too much time at talk. We'll go straight into the Riddim project or whatever. So the first sound, seemingly, this rhythm is old. And when I say old, I mean July 1st old. So the first pattern or me see, so I go by order our me see. So the first pattern is contact 5, and that seemingly is the cinematic monster staccato strings them what I like use. So this is the first pattern. Let's solo this out. All right, so from what I can see is like, get a track, some velocity changes all over. So like, you have the first set of strings. Normally the velocity is set to right here. So the one above this clear line or white gray line at the back. So normally what they ask, but you can see me raise it up by about 3 or 4, so you get a harder hit instead of something soft. You know what I mean? So that's what I do for that. Then if you look down towards the end right here, so you can see when we get another change. When we make it come up. So it's all about feeling, you know what I mean? So that's the whole point of that. The key for this track is C sharp minor. Not 100% on that. Let me double check. Yeah, I think it is C sharp minor. So from that, we go Nexus and we use the 2T hit or 30 hit, whatever you want to call it. I'll just get some simple. But you know me, I'm not like experimenting, I mean. So if you go down to the mixer now, you see I do something to the sound. So let's turn off the effects. Notice it sound a lot brighter. So what I do is pretty much use the EQ, take out a lot of the bass, then I run it through a filter, which is the Love filter from FL Studio. It's one of my favorites personally. So I run it through the Love filter, and then it come out of the Love filter and it go in another EQ to brighten it back up. So you know what I mean? We have something like, this is the change. So we go EQ, filter, then EQ. And then from there, so as you see, we come across, I have it, if you look on the little arrow, I have it going at this spreader channel right there. So which, if I turn off the spreader like that, turn off the reverb and the delay, this is what the sound like by itself. And I turn off the effects too. And I mean, it's just dry. So if you turn on back, the effects I'm off on the channel, which is the filter and the 2 EQs, it sound like this. Cool. Now for add some reverb and some delay. Nice. Then if you add the spread to it, get bigger, wider, and fatter. So yeah, simple thing, but effective. From there, so you add a choir. Now this is pretty much just the melody for coming here, so and copy the main melody. That's how I'm gonna do. Copy it over and then extend the notes, you know what I mean? So if you look on the chord progression, I can see so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So this is a choir. Yeah, and effects wise, just I get a little bit of reverb, not too much else I go on with that. Next, we have a piano from Nexus from the Dance Orchestra expansion. And then you can say this piano kind of run through a lot of different processes. So firstly, we have it to go through this Manny Marroquin EQ, and the reason for that is it have a preset called Piano Presence, or I like use. So I start with that and then I edit depending upon the type of track. So we start from that, then we send it into the Mag EQ, which what I use is the ear frequency and a boost, some 10K, and then pretty much I get rid of everything else. As I can see, every other knob is turned to the left except the orange knob. So we kind of get rid of anything or low, any type of low frequency. Then we have it go in the stereo shaper to get some width to make it a little bit bigger, more left and right, as opposed to just mainly in the center. And then lastly, add some saturation with the soft knob or the saturation knob from Soft Tube. So without the effects, it sounds like this. You can see the volume go up, the brightness go up, the presence, everything go up about the on the sound. I just love that. Then from there, so we got expand. I have the tubular bells, nothing special about it, just some simple 2-note progression. So, but what I do is instead I just have the tubular bells dry and I do nothing at all. I have it actually play a melody. So if you listen to the bells by itself, you'd typically hear it in a track. That sound like this. So, you know what I mean? So sometimes you'd probably not even have that second note that go straight to the third note. And I mean, we said, nah, so I don't really like them. I like excitement. I like the crazy things with my sound them. So that is exactly what I'm going to do with that. EQ-wise, nah, there's nothing special. Just a roll off and a boost. So next, we have Icarus, and we have an arpeggiator called Bell to Butter. And this is the same progression from the choir. It's just an arpeggiator now. This is what that sound like. Now I mean, spooky and dark. And what we do, we add some reverb to it, and that's about it. Nothing special about it, nothing, you know what I mean, fucking brain science about it. Just simple, just copy a chord progression and paste it and run with that. Next, we have the bass section, and I say section because we have a bunch of different things that play the bass line, or a couple of different things that play the bass line. So first we have Serum with this dark bass one I like. Then we have Serum again with this 808 Nebula. Then we have Expand, we have a lead, but we're not gonna play that here, we'll play the bass first. So this is the bass line, both of them together, same percussion. Now I mean, simple, nothing different, nothing hard, just 2 notes, C4 or C sharp 4 and B3, and that's it, literally. Then we have Expand, I play a lead. Then we have Expand again, same pattern, different lead. Then this will switch it up. I have this thing called TrackStar. I have a lot of dark and spooky sound in it, and I play a lead as well, and this is what that sound like. just spooky, nice, just crazy. That's a crazy sound, you know what I mean? So let's go back to the first two from Expand. So what I do with them, all right, is this first one, I have to go through this plugin called Brower Motion, or Briar. He's a famous fucking producer named Michael Brower. Him work out of New York. He's a mix engineer, legendary fucking mix engineer. It's a Waves plugin to say, say it good. So what we are doing with it? When you listen to the sound, if you're listening to headphones or on speaker, you'll notice that the sound, it go from left to right and it a circle around. So it seems as if it a fade and a fade in and a fade out. It's a crazy nice effect. Then on the other one, we have a EQ, they cut out and a boost, same way. Pretty much the same EQ like the last time I showed it. And then we have the flanger from FL Studio, or flangers. Really like a plugin that's simple and it's just, as soon as I drop it on the sound, it immediately start work and I like that about it. So as I can hear, the sound kind of rugged and gritty. I never really like that, so I'm kind of smoothing it out. And I mean, it just make the sound a lot smoother. I really, really like that about it. So nextly we have Purity, and what we have in this is just the snare. I like the military snare. The one-shot version though, not the... See, that are the continued version, this are the one shot. You just press it one time. So as I can see, I have to run into a bus called percussion bus. Reason being, or the reason I have this bus is because all of my percussions, drums and all of that, everything, it'll get limited. You know what I mean? So everything will run through this bus. If you look on the fruity limiter, this green line, nothing at all past that green line, and I'll show you more about what I talk about now when I bring in all of the drums and the percussion, so you'll see what I talk about. So if you look on the mixer, you see the peak now go higher up on neither side. If you look on the channel itself, you can see say some high up on the left, some high up on the right, but on the percussion bus, nothing at all now go past this green line. And anything will go past the green line, bring down back. So that was the whole point of this bus, specifically for control the dynamics in the drums and the percussion and all of that. So let's go into the drums a little bit and show you some of what I go on this. So firstly, we have the hi-hat, nothing special. Just a few little chops here and there. Not sure if me do some panning or not, but like I say, it's nothing special. Everything is pretty simple and you would not expect it. Yeah, so no panning, no pitch shifting or not like that. Just hi-hats chopped up and all of that. So simple, easy. We have the claps. Then right as I say, I drop out the clap for give it a little bit of a change. Then we have a snare. Then we have another snare. And that is to complement the snare from Purity. So if you listen to the two of them together. Easy. Then we have another snare, what kind of play the same pattern, but it have certain notes missing. If you look right, I say it have every like other note missing, as opposed to the Purity snare where have everything I play. So, but this one now we have some panning go on, and we also have the velocity from what I can see a lot higher than typically when we would have my velocity. So, you know what I mean? So if we go to pan, So we have some panning going. So right, that's how we have left, right, and left. You know what I mean? Which is cool. So everything together, we have this. I mean, simple. So let's move into the playlist now. So if we start the track off, start it out. See, so right there, so soon as the verse drop, 2 gunshot, boom. All them is just some sound effects I'm drag in, and that is just true trial and error. And not what I did plan, I just something happen. But as far as the rest are right, so though, typically, this is what it would have sound like if me did just left it normal and no put a little bit of spice to it. So if I drag back them here, this is what it would have sound like. Let me cut out them real quick. Now, I mean, that don't sound good to you. It don't sound good to me. I mean, I like that. And I mean, that's just too easy. It's just like, okay, the track starts. So we say, fuck that. We cut out. Alright, so let me recreate it. I left the gunshot, right? I'm going to recreate everything else. So, let me say, what am I do? Light work. So we'll cut that, boom. So originally, if we move about the tag, this is the original pattern. So what I'm gonna do, get my knife, come across, boom, cut off everything in the front, highlight everything else, and drag them across. I'm gonna just cut the thing. So I'll cut that and drag across everything else. Okay. Then I drag across the other rest of the parts. Then simply, boom, take this, come here, so, yeah, so, that's so. Just like that, you know what I mean? No, the original thing, it did a little bit more precise because I cut out a lot of the bleed, you know what I mean? So all of the smaller things, them are the after the follow through, you know what I mean? I cut out a lot of the bleed to make sure I say that's all I hear. So that's pretty much how I create that. Same thing with the second part, just did want something different for going to the second part of the verse. So just cut and delete and replace until me get something that sound good, and then me run with that. Then me add a little effect right there, so. Just simple things, little things make things stand out and all of that. Then right there, so before it come back, is where me kind of get really, really tricky with it. And I mean, if you don't really pay attention, you hear say the drums go out and come back in. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna solo out the drum so you can hear what I'm talking about. So this is the kick track, right? See it? Just like that. Just like that. And that's pretty much it. Probably can go over the effects on the master and all of that. So let's bring up the master. So this was the master bus. back in July. This plugin right here, or this was the mix bus because me the master the track in a different session. So typically, let me just go through and explain everything. So first, and the track is about to get louder, so just bear that in mind. So firstly, we have the bus compressor, and what the bus compressor do it is I keep everything on a certain level, so we kind of tame the track. You know what I mean? So it compress and it bring up some of the lower sounds them and make it sound really, really good. So it kind of glue the track together. Then we go out of that and into the parametric EQ, which now what I do is something what I typically do with vocals. I go through and get some nasty frequencies in the track and take them out. So if you listen to this frequency right there, so. Yeah, I never like that, so take out that frequency. Bring this back. Cool. Out of that, go into the EQ from Fab Filter, which now I take off the low. Anything below 30 get cut. Anything above 19,650 get cut. The reason why you're hearing or seeing this rumbling is because I have some plugins that generate analog noise, and that's why kind of, and if you listen, you can hear it, but that's why you hear or you see that visually, so that's not a problem at all. Then we go into the Fruity limiter. And so what I do with this is pretty much probably like a couple months ago before now. I always used to, when me done mix, make sure I have my track them limited to -6. Not drastically limited, but I always try to get them as close to -6 as possible. You know what I mean? I don't really do that no more. I kind of just mix them and wherever the volume end up, as long as I have some headroom when I'm done, then that's where I leave the volume. So that's what that one I do. I wouldn't change it because it sounds good with it anyway, so I don't know what I'm doing no more though. And then this plugin, this last one, is called Levels. So the crazy thing about this plugin is it is a mix. It's a mix bus plugin where it really help you get together all of the main and most important aspects of the track while you work on. So you have the stereo field thing, you have the headroom, you have the dynamic range, and you have the bass space. So if me click on bass play space and then press mute kick and bass, or actually, sorry about that, mute the kick and the bass. So let's turn off zero, both of them. Turn off the kick. If this go in at the red, which I'm show you now, you know what I mean? That means that you have certain elements. So like once you turn off the bass, you know, see it go too close to the red at all. That because there's no bass. But let's say I have another instrument. So let's say the instrument I'm gonna show you with Nexus when we did filter out a lot of the sound out of the track. Something like that would trigger the can't find it again. Oh, I'm to it that quick. Okay, so see it. Yeah, so something like that would trigger it because it have bass in it, and anything below like what I say 50, 60 hertz is not needed unless it's actually the bass, you know what I mean? So that's where that kind of help. So as long as that now go over in the red, then this goes stay green. So I wouldn't use this if I have the bass, the player, and all of that stuff. Then the stereo field, just to make sure so the track is wide and it's spread out and it's not all down the center. So if you see that going at the red, then that means you can spread the track a little bit more. You know what I mean? So that means you have good balance, pretty much. So then headroom now is, like I say, I have it set to a certain level in the plugin. In this case, it's set to, I believe, -7. Yep, -7, because it's set to mix. So if I go over that or whatever,
then it don't trigger and don't make me know, say, all right, when I have too much headroom for go into mastering or whatever, or when I have enough room for add some effects to it in a mastering. So it's like some little tricks and all kind of like a thing with this plugin, and it's really good, definitely really good. I really like this feature about this plugin. And then lastly, I have dynamic range. Yeah, and that's really just making sure, say, we have a lot of differences in the volume of the track, and it's not all. So let me show you. I'll crush this, right? So. You see it turn red? That's because it's not a lot of variation in the volume. It's just one flat, straight cross signal, and that's not good dynamic range. You want good dynamic range because you don't want the whole entire track loud. You want quiet parts, you want loud parts. So that's pretty much what that I pick up on. And you see, as soon as me crank it up and make it get squash, you see the dynamic range set off and start trigger. So like I say, it's a really, really good plugin. And crazy enough, them just come out with a new plugin what I look forward to getting as soon as them crack it blood clot. Couple months down the line, or probably a month down the line. But let me say, that's it pretty much. That's the breakdown of the evil Cabbi Riddim. I know me did someone show the artwork side of things, but I think that would probably take too long for open up the file. So now I really get into the artwork side of the thing. But yeah man, until next time, it's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar. Peace.